Let's see if we can lock our opponent in a web of depression with Renferal Rogue. If you've never seen Renferal before, she has the battle cry of trapping one random card in your opponent's hand that won't be usable until your next turn. But this is improved every time you play this. And you might be wondering, how are we going to improve this? Well, we have a bunch of bounce backs such as Web of Deception or Shadow Step, but we also have things like Sonya Waterdancer and Chronolord Dios as a way to get additional copies, thus allowing us to overwhelm our opponent that way and completely locking out our opponent. Now, it is worth mentioning this deck is horrendous. However, I got some really good replays really early on into testing, and they were so fun that I still wanted to showcase them. Now, for the one guide of list, you are going to be looking for any of your draw power cards, such as Tusk, or any early game minions such as Collect. Then you're going to be looking for removal tools such as Health Drink. Now, with all that being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Warrior. I think this actually is one of the few matchups where we do have a chance of pulling off this combo. I will say this. I don't know how confident in Everything Must Go I am. This is the very first game that I've been playing with, or I've played with this deck, so we'll see how this all plays out in the long run. If it's Control Quest Warrior, then we're in a good position. If it isn't, then we're might be a little bit screwed. But we'll see. Okay, enter Lost City. Just going to pass it. And they are Quest. Good to know. Just hero power. There's armor up. We can use Mauler here, coin out Web, go face. So the next turn we can slam down Twisted, and then Mauler gets a little bit of damage into rotation. But yeah, I'm thinking about like replacing Everything Must Go with 2 mixologists. I think that might help with some of like the aggro matchups, but it might actually just not help in the long run. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, Bash. That is interesting. That's even more interesting, but that's okay. So they're really going down the control route. Oh, I really wish we had the... I really wish we had the Web of Deception now. I'm always tempted with Tusk here, by the way, to use our hero power when we ever have like 2 left over. But like, theoretically, it doesn't really matter. Theoretically, actually, most of the time, it's just bad. But I don't know. Knowing me, I'll probably make that mistake at least once playing testing this deck. So, okay, there's the other. Okay. Oh, and there's the Shadow Step. Shadow Step's really nice for us. Bounce that back. Remove one of their cards from rotation. And now we have Sonya and a 1-mana Renferal, which is really good. Okay, eat an imp. I'm just going to slam down Insidious. I want to make a fully dedicated deck to him again before he rotates. He's like one of those legendaries that I always like go back to because he's just such a cool legendary to theoretically use for stuff. Well, there he goes. into them. Dubious purchase. Map. Map grabs. Dios. And then we can get a few minions. Oh, that's fun. Accidental synergy with the Dios. Shellnado. I guess just running all... I'm assuming the reason why you'd run all those armor cards is just... Oh. You're trying to get up to a HP where... I'm trying to think of what the card is called. Protoss Mage can't actually just win the game, you know? Yeah, we can bounce this one back in our hand. And then slam down the Phoenix, and then they're just in a top deck anymore. If they can't top deck anything, like if they don't top deck anything that can get rid of the board, that's great for us. We can slam down Dios plus Renferal again next turn. Oh boy. Yes, we can actually look for the Shadow Step, and we can get the Shadow Step. I mean, don't mind if I do. Bounce this back. Everything must go. I think we might be able to cheat this out at the end of this turn. Actually, probably not. Let's just slam down Maestra. Uther? Oh. You know, we done goofed there a little bit, but that's okay. Can't believe this is working as well as it is. Oh, man. You know, it feels so good when you're playing a deck that you expect to do bad. You expect it to be very bad. It probably is very bad. But it ends up pulling off what it's supposed to in, like, a game. That makes life so funny to me. Okay, I'm just going to go face with all these minions. I know they'll be able to... Actually, they won't be able to get rid of Dios next turn. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, no. As long as that last card they just top deck isn't anything useful. I mean, that is kind of useful, but, like, not super useful. Okay, they got rid of the Sonya, but that's okay. That is a-okay for me. Because we can get some AoE preparation. Hoping this hits them. We want to attack with this first before I accidentally make a horrible mistake. Imp. But eat the Phoenix because it's a Phoenix. Oh, there's another one. There's the AoE. I can't believe we actually managed to do it. Also, person, if you're watching this, thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate the sportsmanship here. Because most people would not stick around for this. I can't believe it worked. Okay, DK. I'm assuming control DK, which is good for us. Because, you know, we should have a decent time to be able to do it. I haven't actually faced an aggro DK in a while. thinking about it. There's a few lists. I know someone wanted me to do like a not Halloween, sorry, holiday or like a winter themed deck. And that could be really cool. It's probably going to be Frosty K because someone else was like, hey, I would love to see Frosty K. I haven't seen anyone. But some people have been doing Frost right now. So I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe actually that could be a cool thing to do in the Tavern Brawl. Because they announced that they were going to do the dual class Tavern Brawl again. And I kind of want to showcase at least one deck of that on the channel. Though it comes out same day as the new like event card. So we'll probably focus on the new event card before we'll focus on the Tavern Brawl. Let me know down below if you're like interested in seeing the Tavern Brawl. I would love to like do at least one video on it. Maybe it'll be like a bonus video because I also do have some of the footage for the Fins Beyond Time Paladin list that I was cooking up. And I'll see like how things like, fit in the schedule. We're like a week ahead if we factor in both the new card and the Tavern Brawl. Okay, Husk. I love the animation on Husk. I just wish Husk was like a much better card. Like that's my only complaint of what Husk is. Such a beautiful animation. Both animations for the card are some of the most beautiful animations I've seen in this game. Let's do map. I know it's probably a mistake. Let's grab probably should have been the Maestros. I'm gonna coin so I don't burn any cards. Hopefully we can top deck. I mean, I guess it didn't matter if we slam down the Maestro or not. Trying to think of how I'm actually doing this without like accidentally burning cards. Mauler. Get the Shadow Step into our hand. Hmm. Okay, there's the Vampiric Blood. Them getting more HP kind of sucks for us, but theoretically it won't matter too much, right? I am going to bounce that back, and we're going to bounce this one back. Also, Scoundrel probably isn't a card that we really need in the list, so maybe it won't make the final cut. Theoretically, it does enable more Sonya plays with Renferal, but eh. Okay. Burning. Oh, I always. I'm really bad at keeping track of how many cards I have actually in my hand. I'll freely admit to that. I mean, I feel like that's a waste. I'm not wrong about that, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Which looks a little bit dumb, but we're still just gonna do it. Get a few Renferals in rotation. Might as well draw another card because we can. Imp, which is never an imp. Oh, I mean, that's kind of convenient. Oh, and web, that's also kind of convenient. I don't know what we have to counter this board. That was a pretty nice top deck out of them, actually. Unless the asteroid hits one of their minions. It did not. Okay, we can hit into that. Do I want to do this? Okay, another one of those. Okay. I can make this work, maybe. Bounce the Renferal back. Summon a few more minions, and we are okay? I don't know how we're okay, but we are okay. Wait, how much damage do they have on board? That is 16, so they're missing 2 damage. Trading. They just don't have the extra 2 damage? Or they're just that cocky that they're like, I can get away with doing this. I'm trying to think mathematically how much damage we actually, like... I mean, yeah, you hit one of the Renferals. Woo for you. I can't believe they actually traded. Okay. I can't really use that here, but that's okay. Trading for 1 turn is probably what did not work out for you, bud. It definitely did not. Oh, Insidious. Okay, well, I'm going to lock you out of the game for a turn. You're out. You're in timeout for a turn. Just think about what you did there. Whatever you top deck is the only card that you're going to be able to play. Enjoy it. Oh, please, yes, trade. You're out of timeout. We're just going to go face with everything. I don't know how this interaction is going to work with Husk. I don't know if that could be a problem. I'm hoping this works how I think it's going to work, but you never know. It might not. Oh, that is such a funny burn. I can't believe that worked. AoE the board, do whatever you have to do. I don't know if you win this. Yeah, again, it legitimately depends on how the interaction between Husk and drawing all the cards off of Incity or off the top deck will work. Okay, yeah, I get what you're trying to do there, bud, but like, oh. Yeah, that could be a little bit of a problem. They're up to 16. Okay, moment of truth. Now, how... $1,000 question. Do you know how this interaction works? Let me know down below before it actually happens. There's one. It's 30 damage, actually, so I think we have enough damage. Come on, give me something cool off of my Estra. Oh, I'm not getting the pop-up, so I'm a... Does this work how I think it's going to work? Oh, it actually does. Oh, no. Oh, that feels really, really bad for them. Or wait, we're going to be 1 damage off, aren't we? Good thing we have our hero power, right? Okay, Maestra, give me something cool. Oh, goodbye. All right, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, how did this deck perform? Not great at all, but again, it's one of those decks that certain people have actually been requesting it for quite a while, and I figured, why not try to do something like this? This deck was actually inspired by the fact that I was trying to make Hooktail work, and by doing so, I was trying to lock down our opponent's board, but then I realized, why do something like that when I can just use Renferal to lock their hand out of the game instead? Which is a lot more potent most of the time. Overall, though, if you don't have the cards in the list, do not craft this one unless you are just looking for a gimmicky deck to have a little bit of fun. It is really not that great. But before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento in the recruit rank and Ruben in the member rank. And if you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can always join the memberships like they have. There are 3 tiers, but if that doesn't work for you, you can always leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you already haven't. Turn on the notification buttons, and there's this new button of hype. I don't know what it does, but supposedly it helps. But until next time, bye-bye.